Throughout history, people have vanished without a trace. No clues, no closure, just questions that remain unanswered. Today, we're uncovering 5 of the creepiest unsolved disappearances in history. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because the last one is still one of the strangest mysteries ever recorded. The Lost Colony of Roanoke, 1587. Our first story takes us back to the late 1500s, to one of the most famous disappearances in American history. In 1587, over 100 English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island off the coast of present-day North Carolina. When the colony's governor, John White, returned to England for supplies, he expected to be gone only a few months, but war delayed his return, and when he finally came back 3 years later, the colony was completely deserted. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a tree. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened to those colonists. Some believe they joined nearby Native American tribes. Others suspect they were killed or tried to relocate, but no bodies and no definitive evidence were ever found. The fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of history's most haunting mysteries. Flight MH370 2014. Fast forward to modern times, and we find ourselves faced with one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. In March of 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board, but within hours, the plane completely vanished from radar. Despite one of the largest and most expensive search efforts in aviation history, only a few pieces of debris have ever been found washed up on distant shores. How could a modern aircraft equipped with advanced tracking systems simply disappear? Some suggest technical failure, others believe it was deliberately diverted, and a few even wonder if something stranger could have occurred. But to this day, no wreckage has been conclusively located, and the passengers and crew of MH370 remain missing, making it one of the most unsettling mysteries of the modern world. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers, 1900. Our next mystery takes us to the rugged coast of Scotland, to a remote lighthouse in the Flannan Isles. In December of 1900, a supply ship arrived at the lighthouse, but what the crew found was deeply disturbing. The lighthouse keepers had vanished, the door was unlocked, lamps were cleaned, and dinner was still sitting on the table, untouched. Even more chilling, the logbook included strange entries about unusual storms and a sense of unease, despite the fact that weather reports showed calm seas during that time. No trace of the 3 men was ever discovered. Some believe a giant wave swept them out to sea, others suspect foul play, and a few whisper about supernatural involvement. But the truth remains a mystery, and the lighthouse still stands as a silent monument to their disappearance. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart, 1937. Few disappearances have captured the world's imagination like that of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, Earhart, already a celebrated aviation pioneer, set out to become the first woman to fly around the world. But somewhere over the Pacific Ocean, her radio transmissions grew faint and then stopped completely. Despite extensive search operations, neither her plane nor her body was ever found. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some believe she crashed into the ocean and sank beyond recovery. Others suggest she may have landed on a remote island and survived for a time. A few even propose government cover-ups. Whatever the truth, Amelia Earhart's disappearance remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in aviation history, and her legacy as a trailblazer endures to this day. The Mary Celeste Ghost Ship, 1872. Our final case is one of the eeriest maritime mysteries ever recorded. In 1872, the Mary Celeste, a merchant ship, was discovered drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was perfectly seaworthy, its cargo intact, and provisions for 6 months still on board. But the crew had vanished without a trace. There were no signs of a struggle, no evidence of piracy, and no explanation for why the crew would have abandoned a safe and fully stocked vessel. Over the years, theories have ranged from mutiny to sea monsters to natural disasters like sudden waterspouts. But the truth has never been uncovered. To this day, the Mary Celeste is remembered as the classic ghost ship, forever shrouded in mystery. These disappearances prove that even in our modern world, some mysteries may never be solved. Which one do you think is the creepiest? Let me know in the comments. And if you love mysteries like this, hit subscribe, because I've got even stranger stories coming next week.